Welcome, everyone, to the post-game analysis of this Seahawks 49ers game. The 49ers won it 35-24 by a final score there. Before we talk about this game and break this game down, I'd like to remind you all to like, comment, share, and subscribe to both of our channels on YouTube, J Sports and RTS Custom Montreal. Follow us on TikTok. All three of our TikToks, they will be in the links. The links are in the description below. Support Jason's PayPal, support my PayPal, and turn on the post notification bell so that you guys don't miss any more of these streams or videos. Here is what's coming up for our channels, respectively. Tomorrow, Game 5 of the NLDS. Yes, the Dodgers made it into a Game 5, shutting me and Jason up. Mostly Jason. And then Saturday, no stream, but Sunday we'll be doing Washington taking on the Baltimore Ravens, the Battle of the Beltway. And then if, this is a big if, the Dodgers make it to the NLCS, we'll be streaming that Sunday night instead of Sunday Night Football. And then Monday we'll be doing the Bills and Jets. Make sure you guys turn on the post notifications and also test that way you don't miss any of our reactions there. So let's get into this game real quick. Per usual, I'll have my guests talk first. So, Aaron, what would you take away for this game?
Damn, Aaron.
My takeaway for the game is definitely big plays by the Niners. That was the difference. That's a big one. But yeah, no, that's my takeaway. Is just big plays for the Niners. That was the difference.
I would say one defense proved to be better than the other. Seattle's defense could not get any stops.
Until it was too late.
Yeah, and also not only the plays by the 49ers, the picks, the two picks in the game by Gino Smith. Big takeaway there is they need a new quarterback. Like now, come on, get to the plane and get over here. Get in your cleats and all that because wow, in some pads. I guess another takeaway for me would be even without weapons, Purdy did it. And I don't think it was Purdy. I think it's his team.
Yeah, it was the run game. And like we mentioned but before we did this post game, 224 yards of rushing offense for the 49ers. Like it was a running back by committee. It wasn't even Jordan Mason the entire way. It was whoever else they had active in that game. George Kittle had 2 touchdowns. And I think that was it for the receiving touch. Oh, Debo had that big play, I think, as well. Mm-hmm. But the 49ers, I don't know. The running backs by committee is working for now, from what I understand. And we were talking about this all during the stream. Tendonitis is no joke, so I don't see Christian McCaffrey coming back this season. And if he does, he's not going to be the same at all.
I think if CMC...
It's not because the Niners are good, it's just because the Seahawks are that bad.
Well, I think if they bring back Christian McCaffrey, CMC, it should be week 12, get him 5 weeks of reps into the playoffs. Or if you want to be a little bit more conservative to kind of prevent him from hurting himself a lot more, you do week 15, give him about 2 weeks to kind of really amp it up, and then in the divisional round, well, they might actually play the wild card round with how bad.
They are not making it to the playoffs this year.
If they do, if they make it to the playoffs, you let them rest during the wild card round. You play them in the first half of the DS in the divisional series, and then you use them for the NFC Championship, whatever. But I don't think they'll make the playoffs either. They're 3-3. They've got an injured room that's more packed than an emergency room. Honest on a Thursday night or a Friday night. They're packed on a Tuesday night. And honestly, I think Seattle is just, ever since they got rid of Pete Carroll, and even with Pete Carroll, it was happening, but he had better control of the team. They're a disaster.
I'm very disappointed in this defensive head coach. I'm like he goes from a good situation in Baltimore, and then he takes this job, and he's supposed to fix the defense. And the
Not
defense
make
is
it worse.
basically the same. It's the same.
That's classic, right?
He's supposed to not make
victory formation.
The lame duck play.
Basically, it's just a kneel down.
Aaron, mute yourself.
Are you okay? So he's supposed to go in there and make it better, not add to the misery, add to the problems. Seattle, all they needed to do was get a couple stops to prevent that 6.7 points, and they wouldn't have had a chance at that to get to 29 and overtake them to get to 31. They wouldn't have, but those picks by Gino Smith cost the
and one was in the red zone too when they
and
were
one was in the red zone. The red zone turnovers, like with Dak, with the Cowboys, it was terrible. And the 49ers were easy to beat this year. That's what's crazy, is that the 49ers were as easy to beat as Naeem going for a bag of nuts. It's just not going to happen. Someone's always going to get there first, especially if it's female. But either way, but they were as easy to beat as ever. And the Seahawks just couldn't take advantage. And it makes me question, were they wrong to get rid of Pete Carroll? I think so.
Yeah.
He literally had normally when a head coach goes, it's like a Jets coach. We've lost this, that. Now we could debate on that. That's Aaron Rodgers, but you get what I mean. It's a Bill Belichick. It's just not working out anymore. You got to go. Even the fans kind of want him out, right? Nobody wanted Pete Carroll gone. They had no reason to get him out, and this is proving it that it's become a big problem, and they're in a whirlwind of trouble. 49ers for their own reasons, because you got Kyle Shanahan that likes to act cute and let Patrick Mahomes hang around. I know my 49ers friends, fan friends, keep getting mad at me for bringing it up, and I go, Kyle Shanahan was cute in the 28-3, and he blew it. He was cute in 2021 or 2020. He was cute in this last Super Bowl. Stop the cuteness. You got a coach that can't make any decisions. Your team is all battered and bruised. Your quarterback's in trouble. So,
yeah, and again, the Seattle's defense actually came out big with big stops. I mean, what kick-started them was that kickoff return, and then their defense took it from there. However, you could tell that when Gino Smith threw that interception, the team knew that it was done. Like,
it was done.
Yep.
And it was a defensive duel into the third quarter. It was really the fourth quarter that was like, okay.
Yeah, they just recollapsed back into the Seahawks of the first half.
And again, the 49ers defense was also pretty shaky. And again, you're missing Travarius Ward. You're missing, I think, Warner. You're missing a lot of guys. Mufunga.
And their other corner or safety or whatever it was got hurt tonight too. The replacement for Mufunga.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, maybe the defense makes better stops if those guys weren't injured. Yeah. And unfortunately, we're not going to know that. So, both defenses were shaky, but the fact that the Seattle defense didn't get any of those stops, that's the problem.
When it mattered most.
Yep, exactly.
Yep. So, that'll wrap it up for our post game. Unfortunately, Aaron was preoccupied to chime in on the rest of the game, but that'll do it for our post game. Like I stated before, we'll be back tomorrow evening, 8:08 Eastern, 5:08 Pacific, 2:08 Hawaiian time, and 7:08 Central,
and 3:08 Mountain.
Like, goddamn. They can't round it up to a nice 10.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Boy.
But we're done. We're out of here, y'all. Have a good night.